Hey travelers, Mag and I here on day 65 of our trip across the United States. This morning we're starting off in Houghton. And what a view over the city we have. We're about to head into Michigan Tech and look at the Husky Plaza over there where they have the giant dog statue. I think that's going to be really cool, and I suspect Ai-Chun's going to like it a lot. Today we're going to go north from Houghton all the way up to the tip of the peninsula on the west side of Michigan. From there, we're going to be following that western edge of the Upper Peninsula all the way back down to the very south tip where we hit Wisconsin. At the very end of the night tonight, we will be checking into Wisconsin. Once we get into Wisconsin, that's the signal that our day's over. After today, we've only got one more day of Michigan, and it's really only a half day. So today is really the last kind of full day you should expect to see of Michigan. We're really excited about getting up to this northern point on the Upper Peninsula, and I can't wait to see what's in store. So come on, let's go check it out together. Our trip to the Michigan Tech University campus was quick. We had the entire place to ourselves this early on a Sunday morning. There were several neat things to see on our walk through campus, but we were only here for one purpose. We came to see this 9-foot-tall, 1,600-pound husky statue. Very impressive. Then it was time to make our way north and east on our trip toward Copper Harbor. We popped in first to Eagle River to see the waterfalls. I had not realized it was only about 100 feet from the car to the viewing platform. Very convenient. We followed the course of the river from there and were quickly able to find the Eagle River Lighthouse as well. This decommissioned lighthouse now operates as a vacation rental though. So once again, we decided to follow the course of the river from under the bridge toward the lake. And as it turns out, this would be our first time today to get to view Lake Superior. It seems so long since I've seen you yesterday. Good morning, Lake Superior. How are you today? Ai-Chun didn't want to get out of the car and reach Jacobs Falls, but fortunately, she didn't have to. She was able to soak in this view right there from the passenger seat, and she loved every second of it. On the trip between Eagle Island and Eagle Harbor, we were treated to views of Lake Superior the entire way through. I tried to talk Ai-Chun into coming down the stairs for a closer view, but without a geocache down there, she wasn't having it. On this stretch, you can find the Great Sand Bay. This unique geological feature has a stretch of beach, water, and sand dunes that go out for 1,000 feet. You can walk for up to 100 feet out in the water and only get to about 5 feet deep here. Whether stopping at each of the many viewpoints along the way or driving, you can't help but appreciate the beauty of this area. And windows down to keep catching those cool coastal breezes the whole way through. Our scenic drive along the coast came to an end once we reached the Eagle Harbor Light Station. With 4 museums on location, there's plenty to see and do here. But we didn't stop to take the tour. We had an ascent up Mount Brockway. And to mark our way up the mountain, we found a geocache. Because of course we did. That's what we're here to do after all. There wasn't too much inside, but by the time we had left, we had stuffed this thing completely full of swag. From Mount Brockway's nose, you can see Copper Harbor below. But the entire drive up, there are many viewpoints where you can get out and enjoy the scenery. And it only seems to get better the higher up you go on the mountainside. It was such a stark contrast from the drive we had yesterday ascending to the top of Mount Arvon. Instead of seasonal roads that were filled with watery potholes, we had smooth pavement all the way up. And open views instead of trees hemming us in on all sides. While this is still some 600 feet lower from the peak of Mount Arvon, it felt like we were much higher up than we had been yesterday as well. All about perspective. Well, traveler, we're exactly halfway through our day right now. It just hit noon and we made it to the top of Mount Brockway. Ai-Chun and I are enjoying this view all around from the top of the mountain. This place is amazing, and today has been amazing leading up to this. We've gotten to see lots of great roadside waterfalls and just enjoyed the coastal view all along the way. I know that we're in for the same treat because we got to go back down the same road. I'm excited to see what the rest of the day is going to bring if this is the way it started out. You ready, Ai-Chun? Once down from the mountainside, we followed US 41 through Copper Harbor all the way to its terminus. We considered going even further, but decided against it given the timing. It was a long but scenic drive on our way back down from Copper Harbor all the way to our next target for the day. We broke it up a little bit with a trip to Twin Lakes State Park to find the geocache hidden there. And this would be the first time I've seen one hidden just like this. The idea is there though, you just gotta let gravity do the work. Okay, we've got enough time to sneak in just one more find before we get back on track for the day. Classic lock and lock. Porcupine Mountains Wilderness State Park was the gateway to our major objective, Summit Peak. We knew that we were going to be in for another long drive up the mountain, so we decided to break it up with another geocache find. This sign may say it's a 45-minute trail walk, but that doesn't apply to what we're looking for here. This one's really only a few hundred feet from the visitor center and about 150 feet from the trailhead. We just let our geosenses and the coordinates lead us to the prize. And the unnatural pile of sticks is always a sure sign that you're in the right place. You can really never go wrong with an ammo can in the woods. These containers are the gold standard of geocaching. And it's easy to tell why. Not only are they highly resistant to the weather compared to other containers, but they can also hold a lot of swag items. The visitor center here at the park is a beautiful spot to drop in for a short visit. They have a lot of interactive displays in the area. I immediately fell in love with this 3D map of the region. Oh look, is that us up there? The exhibit hall here displays history of the Porcupine Mountains from the prehistoric copper mines to the lumber camps of the early 1900s. There are also a lot of displays focused on the communities of the mountains and native wildlife species. You can get a really good feel for the area just by learning a few things here at the visitor center. Or just let your kids enjoy the interactive displays. In either case, the point is to get a little closer to the wilderness and a little closer to understanding the native wildlife species that inhabit this area. They accomplish that mission very well here. From the parking area of Summit Peak, it's another half mile to reach the top of the Tower Trail. I had to stop and wait out this chipmunk because he was clearly not concerned about the dog and I in his way. She could smell the crisscrossing trails that him and his friends had left along the way, so there was no such thing as a straight line here. Ai-chan had done very little walking today, so it was good to get her out on this half-mile uphill trail. And she didn't give me any guff at all until she saw these stairs ahead of us. But she's a good girl, so she climbed them anyway, even though she really didn't want to. As you near the last few hundred feet of the climb up to the top of Summit Peak, you reach a branch where you can go out to a small viewing area. And this was one branch on a trail that I could not resist. A view like that might as well be gravity, just pulling me in toward it. Gotta love it. Once you reach the end of the trail, you find a viewing platform that you can ascend to get a 360 of the area.
Okay, you stay right there. Take a rest. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go climb one more set of stairs.
This is only about 20 feet lower than we'd gotten on Mount Arvon yesterday. But that perspective makes all the difference.
Hi. Yeah, I'm coming back down right now. And we're gonna go.
The sun was starting to dip a little low by the time we reached the Wakefield Visitor Center. But there is no way we could resist stopping once we saw the Veterans Memorial here. They really could not have honored these heroes with a better spot in town. And it's just a little further out from there to see the Chippewa Indian head carved from a single tree by sculptor Peter Wolf. Thanks for another amazing view, Wakefield. We closed out our day with a trip to find the Upper County Peninsula Challenge Final and to come see Potawatomi Falls. Yep, that's right, we managed to squeeze one last waterfall into our day. Well, travelers, the sun is setting on another day, and that brings an end to our last full day in Michigan. And what a last full day in Michigan it was. We got to go to the top of Mount Brockway, we got to go to Summit's Peak, we got to see several waterfalls, and the coastal drive all the way up to Copper Harbor and then back down again along the coast of Lake Superior was just awesome. I can't think of a better way to have sent off our time in Michigan. What a day. Everything that I was hoping for out of the Upper Peninsula was all wrapped up and delivered in one solid day. Having changed from Eastern Standard Time to Central Standard Time now, the sun's going down a little earlier than it had before. So we're about to pop into Wisconsin. We're gonna go grab 2 pages, and then we're gonna swing right back around into Ironwood where we are now. That's it for the night. We'll finish those Wisconsin pages in the dark, so a lot like yesterday, Wisconsin never actually happened today. But tomorrow is definitely going to be a Wisconsin-Michigan day. There's no way around it. We're doing half and half, and then we're going to be fully in Wisconsin after that. We hope you guys have enjoyed the journey with us. We really hope that you've enjoyed seeing the tops of the mountain views and the waterfalls. It really was an amazing day out here, and I hope you really felt it along with us. Like this video, subscribe to this channel for daily updates, and we'll see you out on the trails.